It is once again. It is once again time for Reddit Vegans. Once again time for Reddit Vegans. Are you ready? Are you ready for Reddit Vegans? Alright, you better be. This is episode 5 now. It's starting to become a weekly thing, me and you. What to do if you're a victim of vegan activist incursions? See, the farmers, they're the real victims. Now, you can read all this, but one that was specifically highlighted was spray all dead livestock. What? I don't know, maybe in the post they go into more detail, but at a base level, what does that mean? What does that mean, spray all the... with what? Like, even if you explain it more in the thing, you could at least say with what? Okay. 1 million UK chickens die needlessly each week to keep prices low. This is so sad. It's so sad. They died needlessly when they should have died for me to eat them. Needlessly. Hey, maybe just follow that reasoning. Follow that reasoning just a little bit further down. Realize we can eat plants. So they're still dying needlessly, even if you end up eating them. Because we can eat plants. We can eat plants. Okay. Are vegans allowed to squish bugs? Here's what I think. All right, you can read that if you want. You're allowed to do anything. You're allowed to do anything, but like as a vegan, if you care about animals and respect them, if you don't need to do it, then don't do it. That's pretty much the basis of our philosophy. So if you just see a bug there, why squish it? Either let it carry on its merry way if it's not doing you any harm, or if it's really doing you badly, just take it and move it. And if you have a fear of it, just stay away. All right. Now, obviously, this can become a nuanced thing with like animals, like insects that we would consider pests. It becomes a bit more of a nuanced issue. But if it's really a detriment to your health, try and find a non-lethal way of removing them. If you can, if you really have to, then I guess you have to go to. You gotta do it. All right, you gotta do what you gotta do, but only after you've exhausted all of your prior options. Okay, this person is a new vegan, so I'm not gonna harp on them too much, but here's what they say. If in the future fortified foods would eliminate the need for any sort of supplements for vegans, would you adopt a vegan diet? Why or why not? Here's the thing. They exist. They do exist. So we don't need to talk about in the future, because in the now, fortified foods that eliminate the need for supplements exist. Obviously, depending on the supplement, you might want to be careful, but if you're eating enough fortified foods, then you don't have to do the supplements. You don't have to supplement. But yes, they do exist. They do exist. So this doesn't need to be a question, because they exist. The foods exist. I'm gonna save that one for later. I'll save the one for the end. But here's a fun one. So when crops are harvested, hundreds or thousands of rodents die. So how is that different to eating meat? Is this the video where I finally debunk crop deaths? Is this the video where is that what was said in the thumbnail? Crop deaths. Finally? Is it finally? Because I've talked about it in previous videos. But I guess it's time. I might as well, because let's just do it. Let's do it. It's finally time. Crop deaths. Here is why Here's where intention matters. Death count is not the only thing that matters. All right. So someone said, if rodents die, how is that different to eating meat? Because here's the thing. Was it your intention to kill those rodents? It doesn't make it not bad that the rodents died, but if it happened unintentionally, if it wasn't a purposeful, intentional killing of those rodents, it is not as bad morally. It's still bad that those rodents died, and we should 100% take steps to reduce and possibly eliminate the rodents that are killed. But here's the thing. Is eating meat, which could, in this hypothetical situation, cause less total death, is that a better option than eating plants, which might cause more total animal death indirectly? Direct versus indirect. Let's put this in another situation. A human versus millions of insects. Now, insects, let's say these insects feel pain. I'm pretty sure insects feel pain. All right, you can probably search it up. They do feel pain. Let's say it's a bunch of insects, like millions upon millions. Is their sentience stackable? Is their pain stackable in the sense that you would favor killing these millions of insects over this one human? Would you? That's the first question. Second one is doing harm to fewer in order to reduce the harm to many. Would it be all right if we abducted one person and did experiments, non-consensual experiments that eventually resulted in their death on them, in order to develop medicine that would save millions of people? Would that be morally justified? Are you morally okay with that? Because the opposite situation, where we don't abduct that person, we have many more indirect deaths versus this one direct death that may result in less total deaths. Or are the rights of that individual person important? Does it not matter that we may be causing less total deaths? Does it matter that we made the conscious choice to directly kill that person versus having indirect deaths that, while preventable, while we can work to reduce those, weren't purposeful killings? And there we go. I just debunked crop deaths. Unless you agree with all those points. Unless you agree with killing a person over hundreds of thousands of insects. Unless you agree with abducting people, torturing, experimenting, and killing them in order to develop medicine for the many. I doubt anyone here does. But if you do, hey, at least you're morally consistent. Good on you. But yeah, that's crop deaths debunked for you. Last but not least, this one's gonna get a little spicy. Vegan condoms. Vegans, unfortunately, have sex. But this person was asking about vegan condoms. Let's take a look. Hey friends, firstly, sorry to post this here, but this is the only forum I have access to active vegans. What are our vegan condom recommendations? I'm finally happy in my body and fitness journey that I'm starting to date. Let's go. My whole life, I've been a serial monogamist, but I'm trying to break the cycle a little bit. I don't want to risk unprotected night. The lived experience for women in America is getting increasingly dicey. Thank you in advance. Hey, man just need to know about vegan condoms. All right? And maybe you do too. So we can take a look at the comments and see what suggestions I have. Top comment, skin. The website specifically states they're vegan. They're latex free. They don't smell too bad. Never had one rip or fall off. They're the only condoms my fiance and I will use. Based. And that is it for Reddit vegans. I threw in that last one for a bit, but just a bit of fun. You know, it's not something I ever thought about. Maybe because I'm Arrow Ace, but not something I really thought about. Conclusions. Crop deaths debunked. Steelman the argument, still debunk it. That's how you do it, baby.